Discrimination due to age is one of the greatest tragedies of modern life. The desire to work and be useful is what makes life worth living. And to be told your efforts are not needed because you are the wrong age is a crime. This quote from Johnny Ball demonstrates that age and appearance is a major part of how people see you these days. Groups of the same appearance define our maturity. My friends and I went out to Chipotle to enjoy our night and have a good time with each other. Since we didn't have a lot of cash, we asked for some water cups. They had a staff member come over to us to make sure it was just water and not soda. I was confused, so I asked why he did this. He said it was a new policy for everyone who buys a water cup. He didn't say anything else to the adults that walked past with water cups. He just sat down. Why do people think that kids are up to no good? Adults think that kids are doing bad things and things they are not supposed to do. So they instinctively judge them on what they see. This is why teens feel like they're being watched for every little mistake they do, so that they get in big trouble. How will this shape our future? And will it last and we just have to tough it out? Are we the ones causing this issue?
Our group of teenage boys was followed and stared at throughout the store as we were looking at his shoes and shirts. We didn't buy much. We bought a pack of gum at the front desk. However, on the way out, the employees asked to check our bags as if we just stole, since one is browsing the store suspicious. However, my father and I always ride bikes to the same sports authority, and he brings a backpack to carry belongings in. When we are in the store, it seems like the employees don't even know we are there. And on the way out, the employees don't check the bag. My father and I appear to be normal. However, a group of teenagers is obviously up to no good. People are becoming very prejudiced within our society and are making discrimination worse. The employees should be worrying about if the customers are happy and attended, not if they're trying to steal products. The Sports Authority is so worried about teenagers stealing their products, then they might as well not let us in. However, this action would result in the clothing and dress stores to lose over $200 billion in profit, because that's how much money they make off of us kids. Our society is adapting to worrying about the little things in life and not about the important things.
Later that same exact night, the same group of innocent friends went to the movies. As we purchased the beverages and drinks and went to go to our movie, we were asked 3 separate times by 3 different employees to see our tickets. We showed them tickets and we just went on with our night, but it was very rude. Our appearance changed the way that they thought of us. Teenage girls are thought to be less violent than teenage boys because they look a lot more innocent. The same group of boys, along with a couple girls, came to the movies later that month. They were not discriminated against at all. This causes people to look at a group of teenage boys to seem reckless, and that always isn't the case. Why does wanting to go to the movies with your friends cause you to be looked down upon by others? Being young has its pros and cons. One of the main cons is that you do not get many opportunities to show others who you truly are because of others' ignorance.
Asian appearance provokes first impressions. In Design in the Future, we learned about a girl who was very good at computer programming. She was 15 and it took the girl over 200 emails to finally get accepted by a professor who would work with her. Many ignored her email. However, only one accepted her. The professors rejected her because she was too young and that they did not think that she was up to the challenge. Because somebody is younger than the rest doesn't mean that they will do a worse job. Teenagers are the future of our world and we deserve the respect and privilege to develop it. A 15-year-old may be more intelligent than a 30-year-old, so why not give her an opportunity? The United States is paying most of their attention on the racial problems within the country. However, they do not pay enough close attention to age discrimination. How is racial discrimination any worse than age discrimination? Being discriminated because of your race is the same thing as being discriminated because of your age. These are both characteristics of ourselves that we cannot change or control. People have to understand and put themselves in the other person's shoes, and then they can start making a decision. This young girl is obviously very determined to become a successful computer programmer. However, they're not even given an opportunity to become successful. Kids are always told to follow their dreams. However, they are not able to because they are kids. Incidents like this make kids give up on their dreams because they are not even able to pursue them.
In 1978, teenage Michael Jordan was just another kid in the gym, along with 50 or so of his classmates, trying out for Emsley A. Laney High School varsity basketball. There were 15 roster spots. Jordan, then a 15-year-old sophomore who was only 5'10" and couldn't dunk a basketball, did not get one. His close friend, 6'7" sophomore Leroy did. Michael seemed to love what he did and wanted to succeed in making the high school basketball team, but the coach saw that he was a little bit short and younger than the others. This goes along with stereotypes where the coach may think that short people can't play as well, but as Michael persevered, he became one of the best NBA players in all of history.
I was watching the news and I heard that football player Cam Newton was accused an official of saying he was too young to get a call. This startled me because the ref should make a call judging on what happened on the field and not by their age. Age can be a very powerful thing. It can change the way you speak, it can change the way you act, it can change the way people will think you will act. We have to show maturity through our actions and not just by words. This can reveal our true colors. Why do people judge people off of what they see and not what's in the heart? Because in the end, isn't what the heart truly matters? All of these incidents sound unfair towards the teens because of how they're being discriminated. However, it is up to the teen to earn the trust and respect from adults, so we could live life feeling equal by showing them that we're not just troublemakers. Teenagers need to stop giving off bad vibes to adults.
In the news, you always hear stories about children being bad examples and creating mischief, which gives off a bad representation for all of teens. Recently, there was a preteen who drove a car without permission from anybody or a license. And when asked what his punishment should be, he only said that he should have a week off of video games. This preteen had no idea how dangerous it was for him to go off the road. He could have caused injuries and maybe even killed someone, which would be much worse and leave a bigger false impression on people. Some adults see this and they may think, wow, nowadays all kids care about is video games and creating mischief, which is not always the case. In order to stop these stereotypes, you need to stop the actions.
Some teenage boys in my friend's school got in big trouble with police because they stole plenty of items from a gas station. These types of actions occur in many places around the United States, which set a very bad example on a group of teenage boys. The main idea that adults have all these judgmental opinions on teenagers is because of the ones who make bad decisions. We are all in this together, and if one of us makes the wrong decision, it affects all of our teenagers' reputations. So kids, before you do anything that may seem funny or funny to you, make sure you think about how others will take you or how others will take your group as. Nobody wants to be known as a troublemaker in our society. Why make relationships between people you want to work with bad if you can make them really good? Next time you want to do something bad, sometimes instead of ruining someone's day for fun, how about you make someone's day for the benefit of both sides?
Some of my friends told me they went to McDonald's just to cause a mess and get the manager mad. In the end, the police showed up and they both got in big trouble. Teens are the ones who are causing this hatred, so we couldn't blame anyone else besides us. If teens showed adults for once they can go out in public and act normally, then maybe they'll take us seriously. However, we have to realize that we're still growing and we have a lot to learn in life. That being said, we have to look at the situation at other people's shoes. If the staff and workers are working, they don't want to be annoyed by little kids who just came to cause a mess. So the next time an adult or staff member is mad at you, just remember that they could have a hard day at work.
Age discrimination is becoming more of a problem than most other types of discrimination. Everyone has to come together and work so we can eliminate this problem. Adults think that groups of teens are immature and judge them off their first look. We blame them for doing this, but it is also our fault for making them think this. So kids, stop setting off bad vibes to adults.